It was 1994, and the entire world was holding its breath. In one corner stood Bruce Lee, the man who had already changed the face of martial arts forever. A man so fast that cameras could barely capture his movements. A man who had made grown warriors tremble just by walking into the room. Bruce Lee didn't just fight. He moved like lightning and hit like thunder. In the other corner stood Jackie Chan, the most creative fighter the world had ever seen. The man who turned every staircase, every market, every ordinary street into a battlefield of pure genius. Jackie Chan didn't just fight back. He made fighting look like a dance. For years, fans around the world had asked one burning question. What would happen if these two extraordinary men ever faced each other? The answer was about to shock everyone, because on that rainy night in Hong Kong, in a small training hall surrounded by red lanterns and the smell of bamboo, it finally happened. Bruce Lee stepped in through one door. Jackie Chan stepped in through the other, and the air between them crackled like electricity before a storm. No cameras, no audiences, no referees, just two warriors and the truth. To understand that night, you have to go back to the beginning. Bruce Lee was not just a martial artist. He was a philosopher. He had studied Wing Chun under the legendary Ip Man, but he never stopped there. He questioned everything. He combined boxing, fencing, wrestling, and his own inner wisdom into something the world had never seen. A style he called Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. By his mid-20s, he was already a legend. Jackie Chan's story was different, but just as powerful. Jackie had grown up in the same Hong Kong martial arts world. He trained at the China Drama Academy, where children woke up before sunrise and practiced kicks and rolls until their bodies ached. For 10 years, he trained under Master Yu Jimuan, a man known for his brutal, unforgiving style. Jackie cried himself to sleep many nights. He thought of quitting more times than he could count, but he didn't quit. Instead, he created something beautiful. Jackie took the strict classical Chinese martial arts he had been taught and blended them with acrobatics, comedy, and pure creativity. He used ladders as weapons. He fought with shopping carts. He jumped off buildings. He made the world laugh and gasp at the same time. People didn't just watch Jackie Chan fight, they watched him think. Now these two legends shared a world. The same Hong Kong streets, the same film studios, the same circle of martial arts masters. They had heard of each other. They respected each other from a distance. But one senior master, a quiet old man named Sifu Chun, who had trained both of them at different points in their lives, had a request. He was old and tired, and before he left this world, he wanted to see something extraordinary. He invited both men to his training hall. His message was simple. Both men accepted. Neither of them knew the other had been invited. When Bruce Lee walked in and saw Jackie Chan standing there, the room went very still. Jackie Chan looked at Bruce Lee and felt something he had never felt before in any fight, genuine fear. Not the fear of pain, but the fear of a man who moved with a kind of quiet confidence that said he had already won before the fight even began. Sifu Chin sat in the corner on a wooden chair, his eyes half closed, a slight smile on his lips. He nodded once. They began. Bruce moved first, and the word moved doesn't even begin to describe it. He exploded forward like a coiled spring. His strikes came in combinations so fast that Jackie, who had trained his entire life to react quickly, barely got his arms up in time. The impact of Bruce's fists against his forearms felt like being hit by a bat. Jackie stumbled back, nearly tripping over his own feet. He shook out his arms and laughed, not out of disrespect, but out of pure disbelief. He had sparred with fighters across Asia. None of them had felt like this. Bruce Lee smiled slightly. This was new to him too. Most opponents crumbled under his first attack. Jackie had survived it. Jackie changed strategy immediately. He stopped trying to block and started moving. He used the walls, the training equipment in the corners, a low wooden beam overhead. He ducked, flipped, redirected. He made himself impossible to hit cleanly by simply refusing to be where Bruce expected him to be. Bruce Lee paused, watching. His eyes narrowed. This was not an ordinary fighter. This man fought like water, constantly changing shape, always finding a new path. Bruce himself had famously said, "Be like water." And now here was Jackie Chan showing him exactly what that meant. in a completely different way. For 20 intense minutes, the two men pushed each other to the very edge of their abilities. Bruce threw combinations that could have ended the fight in seconds. Jackie improvised escapes that seemed physically impossible. Twice, Bruce Lee's strikes grazed Jackie's ribs. Once, Jackie spun off a wall and managed to land a clean kick to Bruce's shoulder. The first clean hit anyone had ever landed on Bruce Lee in a sparring session. Both men were breathing hard now. Both were bleeding slightly from minor cuts. Both wore the same expression, not hatred, not pride, but deep, burning respect for someone they had finally found worthy of their full effort. Then something happened that neither of them had planned. During one exchange, Jackie lost his balance and slipped on the polished wooden floor. He was falling. In that split second, Bruce Lee could have ended the session with a single strike, completely within the rules of the sparring match. Instead, Bruce Lee stepped forward and caught him. The room went completely silent. Even Sifu Chen opened his eyes fully for the first time that evening. Jackie Chan stood up slowly, looking at Bruce Lee with wide eyes. There was no smugness on Bruce's face, no calculation. He had simply acted on instinct, and his instinct was to help, not to destroy. Jackie bowed, a long, deep bow, the kind that, in Chinese martial arts tradition, means something greater than words. Bruce Lee returned the bow. Then Bruce spoke, and his words were quiet, but they filled the entire room. Jackie was speechless. This was Bruce Lee, a man who had spent his life searching for mastery, and he was saying this to him. Jackie finally found his voice and replied. From his wooden chair, old Sifu Chen let out a long, satisfied breath. He rose slowly to his feet and walked toward the two men. He placed one hand on Bruce's shoulder and one hand on Jackie's shoulder. What happened next surprised everyone who later heard this story. The two men sat down on the training hall floor, right there, side by side, like two students, and they talked for 3 hours. Bruce explained his philosophy of Jeet Kune Do. Jackie explained how he used environment and creativity as weapons. They shared ideas they had never shared with anyone else. They spoke about fear, about failure, about the loneliness of being at the top, and having no one who truly understood the pressure. They didn't find a winner that night. They found something much more valuable. Years later, Jackie Chan spoke about that night in interviews, always with a smile that carried something deeper than happiness. He said that the greatest thing Bruce Lee ever did was not catch him when he fell, although that alone showed the character of a true champion. The greatest thing was what Bruce did afterward. He sat down as an equal and shared his knowledge without any fear of losing his status. That, Jackie said, was real strength, not the speed of the punch, not the perfection of the technique, but the courage to say, I do not know everything, and I am willing to learn, even from a rival. Bruce Lee carried the same lesson in everything he said and wrote. That is what both men demonstrated that night. Bruce Lee's speed was not just physical, it was mental. He adapted instantly, evaluated his opponent in real time, and never let ego cloud his judgment. Jackie Chan's style was not just creative, it was resilient. He absorbed punishment, found new angles, and refused to be defined by anyone else's rules. Together, they showed the world something that goes far beyond martial arts. They showed us that true greatness is not about defeating others. It is about pushing yourself to your absolute limit, honoring the greatness in your opponent, and remaining humble enough to keep growing, no matter how famous, how skilled, or how celebrated you become. Sifu Chen passed away peacefully 6 months after that night. But before he went, he told the students something that was later written down and shared among martial arts circles across Asia. The world will always debate who was greater, Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan. Fans will argue in comment sections and around dinner tables for generations to come. But those who were there that night, or who heard the story from those who were, know the truth. The question was never who was better. The question was always, what can we learn from both? Speed without wisdom will eventually hit a wall. Style without substance will eventually run out of tricks. But when you combine Bruce Lee's relentless focus and lightning precision with Jackie Chan's unbreakable creativity and joy, when you bring both into your own life, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. The next time life hits you hard and fast, like Bruce Lee, don't panic. Move. Find your rhythm. Adapt. And the next time life seems like there is no way out, like one of Jackie Chan's impossible situations, don't give up. Get creative. Use what's around you. Surprise everyone. That is the real lesson from the greatest showdown that almost no one knew happened. And before you go, tell us in the comments, who do you think was the greater martial artist, Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan? We read every single reply. See you in the next story. Point 2222.